it's Miss Laurie. Today I wanted to share with you a biography. Now, a biography is an account of someone's life written by somebody else other than that person. And in honor of Women's History Month in March, I wanted to read to you Who Says Women Can't Be Doctors? The story of Elizabeth Blackwell. It's a very inspiring story. But before I begin, I would like to sing you my hello song. If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. If you'd like to read a book, listen up and take a look. If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. If you'd like to read a book, say shh, shh. If you'd like to read a book, say shh, shh. If you'd like to read a book, listen up and take a look. If you'd like to read a book, say shh, shh. I wanted to read to you a little bit about the book before I begin. This is in the 1830s, which is many, many years ago. In the 1830s, when a brave and curious girl named Elizabeth Blackwell was growing up, women were supposed to be wives and mothers. Career options were few. There were certainly no female doctors, but Elizabeth refused to accept these common beliefs and would not take no for an answer. This inspiring story of the first female doctor in America shows how one strong-willed woman opened the doors for all the female doctors who followed. Who Says Women Can't Be Doctors? The story of Elizabeth Blackwell, written by Tanya Lee Stone. I'll bet you've met plenty of doctors in your life, and I'll bet lots of them were women. Well, you might find this hard to believe, but there was once a time when girls weren't allowed to become doctors. That to me is so amazing that at one point they weren't even allowed to even think about becoming a doctor. Back in the 1830s, there were lots of things girls couldn't be. Girls were only supposed to become wives and mothers, or maybe teachers, or seamstresses. Being a doctor was definitely not an option. What do you think changed all that? Or should I say, who? Elizabeth Blackwell, that's who. A tiny wisp of a girl who wanted to explore around every corner and who never walked away from a challenge. This was a girl who had once carried her brother over her head until he backed down from their fight. A girl who tried sleeping on the hard floor with no covers just to toughen herself up. A girl who climbed up to her roof and stretched out as far as possible with a spyglass to see what was happening on the other side of town. Did you see her? That is one curious little girl. But she hadn't always wanted to be a doctor. Actually, blood made her queasy. One time, her teacher used a bull's eyeball to show students how eyes work. Elizabeth was repulsed. And she hadn't always wanted to help the sick. She had no patience for being sick herself. Whenever she felt ill, she simply went outside for a walk. Once, when she was little, she hid in a closet until she felt better. She hated anyone fussing over her. So why did she become the first woman doctor? Because one person believed she could, and told Elizabeth she was just the kind of smart, determined girl who would change the world. That person was Mary Donaldson. When Elizabeth was 24, she went to visit her friend who was very ill. Mary told Elizabeth that she would have much preferred being examined by a woman. She urged Elizabeth to consider becoming a doctor. At first, Elizabeth could not believe her ears. Even if a girl could be a doctor, why would she want to be one? But Mary's idea gnawed on Elizabeth. A female doctor. She doesn't think that's that bad of an idea now. Elizabeth thought about it the second she got up in the morning. She thought about it during sewing circles. She thought about it over tea. She even dreamed about it at night. She couldn't stop thinking about it. Finally, Elizabeth asked doctors and friends. Some thought it was a good idea, but didn't think there was any way it could be done. Others said it wasn't right. Women are too weak for such hard work. Women aren't smart enough. Ha, 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 ha. Some people actually laughed at her. They thought she was joking. Elizabeth didn't see anything funny about a woman becoming a doctor. Elizabeth thought it was a fine idea, and her family supported her. She worked as a teacher to earn money and applied to a handful of medical schools, but they all sent back the same answer: no. That's not very nice that they're laughing at her. No women allowed. She tried other schools. More letters arrived at her door. One by one, the answer was always the same. I don't know if you can see. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. 28 no's in all. That's a lot of no's. In different ways, the letters all said the same thing. Women cannot be doctors. They should not be doctors. But Elizabeth didn't believe in couldn't or shouldn't. She refused to give up. She was as stubborn as a mule. Quite rightly. One day, an envelope arrived from a college. She opened it, and everything changed. The answer was, do you think it's going to be no, no, no? Yes. Elizabeth packed her bags for Geneva Medical School in upstate New York. Look how happy she is. The townspeople were expecting her. As she walked down the street, some pointed and stared. They whispered to themselves that she must be wicked or crazy. Elizabeth thought that at least the students wanted her there, except they didn't. The teachers had let the students vote on whether or not to allow Elizabeth to come, and the boys, figuring the school would never really accept a girl, said yes. They planned to turn the whole thing into a big joke, but the joke was on them. What do you think is going to happen? Their raucous laughter turned to silence as the ladylike Elizabeth took her seat. Now, raucous means loud and disruptive. They wondered what kind of girl she was, the kind of girl who wouldn't take the bait. Some thought a girl wouldn't be able to keep up, except Elizabeth did keep up, often studying past midnight. Look at her. She's working and studying very, very hard. I'll show you. Those were the mean students. Elizabeth proved she was as smart as any boy. And soon, the boys wanted to know what Elizabeth thought about this or that. It took the townspeople longer to accept her. Some people are afraid of anything new or different. Not Elizabeth. On January 23rd, 1849, Elizabeth graduated with the highest grades in the whole class. She had become the first woman doctor in America. Although many people were proud, others were angry. One doctor even wrote, "I hope, for the honor of humanity, that she will be the last." But I think she's going to prove them all wrong. And as you know, she certainly was not. The end. And let me show you a picture. Here is a picture of her at around 65 years old. And there that's her real picture. Yay! I hope you enjoyed my story about the first woman doctor in America. It was a really good story. And watch us on YouTube and Facebook for more inspiring and exciting stories. Now I would like to sing you my goodbye song. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to our friends. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. Story time is done today, so come again another day. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. Bye everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.